Good morning, everybody. um, I had no intentions of vlogging or anything, but I thought I would jump on here real quick and I decided I would take you guys along with me. I think, well, yes, I will. For the most part, I just don't know the extent of that. But the plans are to head to my sister's, which is about a 2 hour drive, and then we will then head to my brother's, which is another 2 hour drive. He has cancer, so we want to go see him. Um, and then we will drive back to her house, and then I'll get in my car and drive back here. But and it's Friday. I'm off today, and the plan was that I would leave at 6, and it is 7:30, so that did not happen. And the reason that did not happen is because storms. Now I would not have known that because it wasn't storming here, but it was storming at my sister's. So then and she had called me, and that made me look to see my drive where, would there be a storm where I'm going to be? And yes, pretty much the whole time. And I don't know if you can hear that thunder, but so it just now kind of it's starting to like sprinkle and stuff here. But anyways, that kind of changed the plans. And I don't know. I was just thinking about that because once I have something in my head to do, I like to do that. So, the Bible says many are the plans, but it's the Lord's, or many are the plans that man has. I'm saying this totally wrong. Um, but it's the Lord's purpose that prevails. And so things like this are just reminders of that. And there's a comfort there for me before as a Christian. And look, honestly, sometimes still we do want to start fretting when our plans don't go as we want them to. But this just means I'm not supposed to be on the road right now. And that makes it's okay. So anyways, I'm just kind of rambling, but we'll see what happens. The funny thing is, originally I meant to leave at 8 and get to her house at 10. But then I was thinking, you know what? Why not leave a couple hours early and get there earlier? Because I feel like he feels better in the mornings. But it may be that I'm leaving at the original time, but I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, oh, you might have noticed I'm in a different shirt now. That's because I look like an Oompa Loompa in the other one. I was looking, I was like, I mean, I probably still do, but whatever. So back to the t-shirts that I generally live in. Um, so it looks like I will go ahead and eat breakfast here, which was not, well, obviously the plan, but I'm still sitting here. It is 5 till 8, but I thought I actually made some buckwheat and it's still cooling down. So I almost forgot what I was going to say. But I thought I would give an update on the apartment situation. If you didn't see the video, I did talk about where there's a college very close here that approached the owners of my apartment complex they wanted to buy it. And so we were really not wanting that to go through because a college buying an apartment complex, I mean, they're obviously, or at least in my mind, will want it for students. And now these are not your regular type of apartments. These are, let's see, there may be six sets. I actually think there's 6 sets of 4. They're almost like duplexes, but there's 4, if that makes sense. So they're like little houses, really, little houses, and the neighborhood's really quiet. Anyways, I don't know why I had to throw that in there, but what was I going to say? Oh, but we didn't want that to go through, obviously, but it did go through. We did get a text, I think Monday, saying it's under new ownership. And, of course, usually they have a company, real estate company maybe, I don't know, to take care of their whatever, their business, their apartments or whatever they're owning. And so, anyways, it was just a text saying it's under new ownership. We'll be sending a link for you to pay your rent. Because we were just walking down to one of these apartments, putting it in the box of the office manager or whatever. But so, I mean, that sounded okay, like, okay, at least they're not going to just kick us out right away. But from my understanding, and my understanding is more based on what wasn't said, but I will at least have a year here before my lease is out. And one of my friends here that went to the same church I did, she did call the real estate people that are managing this, and their understanding, they're not aware of them not going to renew any leases, but he's supposed to find out. But anyways, there's really no point in me to give that lengthy of a thing, but just to say, I think they will at least hike the rent up really high, is what I think, when the lease, renews, if they allow us to stay here. And so I already said I was decluttering things, but I'm really even going to see how far I can go with it. Because if I have to move, whether because of a rent increase that I can't do or whatever, I really want to have, I mean, a little bit of things. And so I'm really going to, I don't know. So you're going to be seeing a lot of that, really just trying to be very brutal with getting rid of things. I already, was getting rid of stuff in my office, but I actually need to go through again and even reconsider further. Even my plants and stuff, I'm like, you know what? I want to get rid of half. I started lettuce in there. I'm not going to do that. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Anyways, who cares about that? I'm going to eat this buckwheat here, and then I may actually get on the road. It's raining, but if it's just a light rain, I'm okay. I just don't want to get into any heavy rains and storms. So we'll see what happens.
up every mountain like it was yesterday. I feel it every way. Let go of what's been keeping you. Come and follow me. Come and follow me. I'm on hold until the winter. I'm on hold until the last leaf falls. Take the winding road. I will never be alone.
Hearing, not yeah, but take hold. I have overcome the world. So the promise isn't, hey, give your life to Jesus and everything's going to go the way you think it will, or everything you want it to. You're never going to have low moments. You're never going to doubt. You're never going to slip up and fall again. He just doesn't promise any of this. It's like he says the opposite. But for some,
Let go of what's been keeping you. Come and follow me. Come and follow me. I'm on hold until the winter. I'm on hold until the last.
Good morning, everybody. It's the next day. I'll talk about my trip yesterday at some point today. But I thought I just woke up like, I don't know, 30 minutes ago. And I was going to talk about skincare. I'm not an expert on anything, but I do not buy tons of skincare. The only thing I buy that I put on my skin is this castor oil. It is hexane free, organic, it's pure, all that stuff. Comes in its dark amber bottle. Okay. And then frankincense. And it doesn't need to be 100% pure. Now, sometimes on my face, I will use this, and I can't see because I don't have my glasses. I'm just going to put this up here. You know, self-tanning is supposed to have better ingredients in here. I don't know. But anyways, that's what I do for my face. And then, well, I'll tell you that in a minute. And I just put a little drop. And a drop or two like that is all. Because I'm not going to be putting all those chemicals on my face, for one. And I don't want to have to be buying. I mean, they've just told us how we have to keep buying all this stuff. And just, I mean, if, look up the benefits of castor oil and frankincense oil. If I remember, I may put I'm going to try to remember to put some information on that, but it's very good. I will tell you, I have noticed, I've been doing this for at least a year. Well, the castor oil, I haven't done the frankincense oil continually because it is more expensive to do, but I do want to really start getting that reincorporated. But I have noticed a difference in my skin. It used to be extremely, extremely crepey, and I don't notice that anymore. Even my hands, I mean, they still don't look grand, but they're like 10 times better, to where I'm now not going, oh, I'm doing that for other reasons, but at least that one point is gone. Okay, so forget the face now. What I do for the body, it's very hard to spread castor oil on your skin. If you used it, So I get this from Natural Grocers, and I honestly haven't went and looked at all the ingredients. I think I've glanced and it just looked like okay stuff, but there does look like a long list, but maybe it's not that good. Do your own research, but I think it's supposed to have good ingredients, so. Oh, I use that, castor oil, and frankincense oil for arms, legs, stomach. And generally, I'll put a tank top on, honestly. I just dropped some of that. A tank top on, because I don't want to worry about getting this, oh my word, I'm just dripping everywhere, on my clothes. So I'm just going to put it on the bottom part. I'm not going to go up on my arms. But, so I have like a few t-shirts that I call my grungy t-shirts, and I have to keep those around because during the week when I'm putting this oil and stuff on, you know, it is going to ruin your t-shirts if you have, you know, oil on and you're wearing it. So they kind of actually have an oil smell, but I keep those to wear just when I'm at home for the, you know, at least the first half of the day, because until that oil really gets soaked into your skin or whatever. Okay, I hope you can hear me because, you know, I have two vacuums, which I've mentioned, but on Saturdays, I just have it scheduled for my mop vacuum to go off. Well, it's a mop slash vacuum, but I don't have it on the mop setting on Saturdays, so it only goes through and does a quick vacuum. I set it for 10, and so it's kind of loud, but I did a grocery pickup from HEB, so I'm just going to do a quick haul. I've got some potatoes because I do a lot of vegetable soup, a lot of that, and I want to also roast some vegetables with some olive oil and black pepper, turmeric, ginger. I want to, anyway, because you know you're supposed to take turmeric with black pepper for it to really, or a healthy fat, something like that. But and I only have one dough of eggs in the fridge, so I have to keep two. I mentioned that before. So I can get this. Sorry, my hair's sticking to it. There's that. Oh, and just to mention, you know, I was talking earlier that I have a grungy, like 3 or 4 grungy shirts. This is one of them, so you'll see I did change it into this because of the oil. But these are like grungy, like not clean. It's just on. I did get, this past week I was, because you know I make my own bread and I mill my own flour. So I was eating sandwiches this week and with green onions. It was the best thing ever, and I had to get some more green onions because, I don't know, I'm gonna eat them with something. I got some cabbage because I do want to make some of my own sauerkraut. We'll see how that goes. And I do want to end up talking about in a future video of different ways to incorporate healthy things. You can make healthy changes and everything without going and spending, you know, tons of stuff on other things. You can just get through your food. Berries are really great for you, so I got some organic raspberries. And you know, I just recently started liking these. Well, I just always assumed I didn't like them, so I had never got them before. But what else did I get? Okay, I did get two of these oatmeal milks. You know, I was getting the silk soy, but I just found that I really like this better. I need to just make my own because I got the milk maker, but I don't know. I haven't known it to taste exactly how I want it. It's not horrible. I just, you know. And then I got this organic tri-color onion. So there's that. And I think that's good. Is that all I got? Yes, that's all I got. So, there's that. I do want to do a quick clean because it's, you know, just, I have morning dishes. Some dishes are from yesterday since I was gone all day. I should have got some bananas because I'm not eating those. I know I can make banana bread. You know what? I might. I don't know. I'll think about that. I need to get those mop pads washed. You know, I boiled my 2 eggs for the next 2 days. I'll need to put those up. I mean, my morning mess. And I put that blanket there because, like I said, I put oil, the castor oil. So I just did that. You know, from my reading, I was reading my devotionals and all of that. I actually slept on the couch last night because I just was so tired. I just fell asleep on the couch. Yes, my shoes are on there because what happened is I came in, when I came in from my grocery order, because I forgot about the vacuum going off. The vacuum was already going. So I had to hurry up and just put those somewhere. So there's that. But I am going to do a really quick, just getting everything in order real quick.